Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I've missed you so much. So today's video, we have a really fun surprise video. Happy Sunday. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I post Tuesdays and Fridays. Today is Sunday because we are now introducing our surprise Sunday upload. This really isn't that big of a deal. I did want to just incorporate more consistent content, more fun content, shorter videos that are just fun for me to release for you guys on Sundays. And plus we spend more time together. So that's what this is today. Today we're also picking my July TBR. I am not a TBR girl. I don't do it too much. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't tend to follow it. I tend to mood read. I tend to kind of just like fly off the hook and read whatever I see in the moment. But today we are gonna make a TBR, a little bit of a shorter one. I was thinking 5 books. It's pretty fun, and we're using the prompt wheel. Last time I think I just used like a color spinner wheel, whatever, and I just put all the books on my physical TBR, mental TBR, on my radar, whatever, into the prompt wheel, and then I would just spin it and whatever got chosen. Today, instead of books in the wheel, there's prompts. So this is kind of stuff like a new release, stuff published this year, one-word titles. We're gonna spin the wheel 5 times and try to get a book that corresponds to the prompt. I'm really excited. I'm not the best at TBR videos, so bear with me, but I hope we can have some fun and find a good TBR for this month because I don't have any idea of what I want to read, and I think this is gonna be heavily based on not just my physical TBR, which I do have here. This is my physical TBR, all the books I'm willing to read off my shelf in July. I also have a really big mental TBR, Goodreads TBR. It's probably gonna be a split of both. I'm hoping I can make something that will like excite me. A lot of times the books on my TBR, I just don't really want to read them, and then I just won't because I'm like, okay, I have free will. But today I'm hoping that we can make a good enough TBR that I can be like, yeah, this is peak. I'm definitely picking these up. First spin. A book seen on TikTok. Okay. Do I have any books here I seen on TikTok? No. Oh my gosh, you know what I seen on TikTok? This is perfect. Okay, so recently, if you know When the Moon Was Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, that's a book that's been gaining a lot of popularity on TikTok. It was not known to me, but a lot of people have loved the second book in that series, which is The Ballad of Fallen Dragons. I wanted to put it onto my TBR because I'm reading the first book right now, and if I like it, I want to read the second book. So I think that's the book I'm gonna put on my TBR because I did see it on TikTok, and a lot of people have talked about it on TikTok. Okay, the first book on our July TBR will be The Ballad of Fallen Dragons by Sarah A. Parker. If you don't know anything about the series, honestly, it's kind of hard to sum it up, but what I can say, it has dragons. We're following an assassin, Rave. She is on like a mission, and then somebody is like hunting her because she's the top assassin of this rebellion. The crown is hunting her. She gets captured. She gets kind of interlinked with this mysterious king, and the story flies from there. But it's cool. I like the premise. I like where I am in the book right now, so I feel like if it can, because it's been holding my attention. That's kind of how I felt about the first book. It's just been like really pulling me in. It's quick to get through. Even though it is 700 pages, I flew through the first 300 pages. If that just keeps going on, I think I would really like the series. So I'm excited to pick up the second book, and I also want to know what the hype is about. Okay, second spin. An anticipated read. Summer Fridays by Suzanne Rindle. Even though this is just the top on my list, this book I've eyed down for like the past week that I've had it. I don't really know what it's about, but I do know it's supposed to be something akin to Funny Story by Emily Henry. Based off of what I gathered from the synopsis, my eye has been on this book for a really long time. So I would like to pick this up. I've been anticipating picking this up after I'm done with the fantasy book I'm reading, or even before I'm done with it. So this is really anticipated for me, even though it's already released and I didn't really know much going into it. I'm happy to have this book. I'm excited to read this book. I would like to pick this up in the month of July. So I think this will be our anticipated read. Okay, third spin. A book published this year. Oh, I don't know. Okay, do I Goodreads it or Google search? I think we're gonna just Google. Books published in 2026. Google has nothing. Okay. Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. When did this release? Published date, 2025. These are readers hit new books of the year. yesteryear. People hate yesteryear. I do not. I don't know. Hey, and now back to you. Or The Shippers. Oh, I like The Shippers. This book was released May 19th, 2026. The Shippers by Catherine Center. What I gathered from the premise is basically it's like supposed to be a fake dating, or like, you know, when the guy helps the girl try to get a different guy. That kind of plot line. And this is her childhood best friend at her sister's wedding. So it's gonna be like, I think, summery vibes. It's giving that it's gonna be on a cruise. And plus it's a fun premise. Plus I love Catherine Center's writing. I think she has honestly the most fun. Oh my god, no! Oh my gosh, no! I just lost the screen recording. Ah! Okay, I have it. I gotta chill. But anyways, no, yeah, I love Catherine Center's writing. She has a very like witty, fast-paced rom-com genre, and I think she just fits that genre so well, and she does really great with her writing, and everything is just like, her stories are so entertaining and fun and fast-paced. And I've read, I think, like 3-ish of her books, and I've loved every one of them, so excited to pick this up. This is our, okay, wait, recap. We have Summer Fridays, The Shippers, The Ballad of Fallen Dragons. I think that's it. 4th spin. Okay, like, that's not fair. Okay, I just got new release, but I feel like we just did a new release, and that was hard to find. So I'm gonna spin again, because I've already done the new release. We found a new book of 2026 right here, and I'm good. I'm okay. Am I cheating? A little bit. 4th spin. A book that's next in a series. Okay, none of these books are next in a series. Let me go to my Goodreads TBR. Ooh, we could do And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. This book is after First Time Caller, and this is the Heartstrings series. I didn't love First Time Caller, but the plot of And Now Back to You, which was teased at the end of that book, I liked it. And the writing wasn't horrible. I just wasn't obsessed with the first characters, but maybe this one would be better. People are saying they like this one a lot more than First Time Caller. Oh, I like that. And Now Back to You. I've been wanting to read that for a really long time. Or what are other series I'm in the middle of? I could add City of Ash to my TBR. That's the second book in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. But I don't want to force myself to read this. I think, oh, but there's just so much. Or I could read the second book in the Light Lark series. I've actually wanted to pick that up, and I haven't because I haven't had any pressure to, so maybe this would give it to me. Actually, okay, I think even though I do want to pick up And Now Back to You, I'm a little hesitant about it because I just didn't have the great experience when it came to First Time Caller, and I don't want to just be like, I have this book on my TBR, I'm not going to pick it up because I'm hesitant. I think I'm going to add Nightmane by Alex Astor onto my TBR. Because I know I liked Light Lark, and I read it, I think, last July. So it's been a full year, and it's time for me to continue the series, maybe. I remember I liked this. And people have really liked this series, and I've gotten a lot of FOMO, especially recently. I've heard a lot of people talk about Alex Astor, especially Emmy Rossum. And with so much like booktube content, watching her, and like I really admire her, and listening to her, how much she really loves Alex Astor's writing, I kind of want to pick it up. So I think we'll add Nightmane to the TBR as a 4th book, and I'll get it because I never got it because I never felt any pressure to. 5th and final spin. I'm not. No. Oh, it wasn't even recording. All right, guys, hold on. Let me delete the ones I've already done. Why do I not know how to work this thing? Hopefully this is our final spin. Ah! 6th spin. A book in my favorite genre. Okay, my favorite genre, even though I would love to say it's romance, I think literary fiction, romance would be like close second and thirds. But my favorite genre is fantasy books. I love fantasy. There's something in my heart that just yearns for a fantasy book. Everything hits more in a fantasy book, and I would love to pick one up. There's one specifically that I bought recently that I've been hoping I can get to soon, which is Grace's Heart by Isabel Ibanez. I think that's how you say her last name. I don't know what it is about this book. Maybe it's because it's really pretty. I just love it. Like, I just love it. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. I really liked the 8 or something pages I read on my Kindle. And I want to get to this book, and I want to pick it up, and I want to hold it in my hands, and I just really want to get used to this book because I've been really excited to read it. So I think this will be the book I pick up as my book in my favorite genre, and that will be our 5th and final book on the TBR. I honestly loved our TBR video today. It was so fun. I've never like picked a TBR and had this much fun doing so. I feel like it just went really smoothly-ish, and I had fun, and I'm like actually really excited about the books we have. So let me give you guys a little bit of a recap. First, we chose... Now I'm realizing I don't know the books we chose. First, we chose The Ballad of Fallen Dragons. This is the book, I think it was for the category a second in a series or something like that. Then we had The Shippers by Catherine Tenner. This book I chose for a book published this year. It was published May 16th, 19th, 16th of 2026. It's a coastal cruise, fake dating kind of plot line, rom-com. Super fun vibes. Really excited to pick it up. Then I chose Summer Fridays by Suzanne Rindle. This book, I picked it up. I think it was my anticipated read because I've been really wanting to pick it up. I've been staring at it on my shelves. I'm really happy, and I'm really just excited to read it, and that's just the anticipation feeling. Then I chose Nightbane by Alex Astor. This is the second book in the Light Lark series, the book following Light Lark. It's a like romantasy, I think it might be YA series following just like the Centennial Games and this one girl that I think is competing to like save magic in her country or something along those lines. I read that book a really long time ago. And then I don't remember, I think there was another one that I picked. Grace's Heart by Isabel Ibanez. This book was meant to be my favorite genre, which is fantasy. It's a fantasy book I picked up recently. I don't know too much concerning the plotline other than we're following a princess and the cover is super pretty. And then there's one more book, I think, but I cannot remember. I suck at these. Okay, I lied. I suck at these. This is our July TBR. You guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun filming this with you. This is honestly the funnest TBR video I've filmed in a really long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you, but God loves you so much more, and I hope and I pray I see you in the next one. So thank you so much for having so much fun with me.